Mm. Mm. Oh, didn't see you there. Good morning, everyone. Regular season is now over. It's time to be in playoff mode as the San Jose Sharks get ready to host the Vegas Golden Knights for the round one of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Welcome to Teal Live, the schedule show. I am Eric Kura. Find me here at PuckGuy14 on the Twitter and Instagram. It's early. It's after dark. It's not after dark, folks. There's actually some sunlight in this room. So, yes, bright and early as opposed to super late when the schedule would eventually come out. But now, let's get going. Everything seems to be ready to go for the playoffs, and honestly, we're ready to rock this thing. So, I'll be joining you in the chat briefly. And me, as you can tell from last night's After Dark, allergies have kicked in a little bit. But enough about what I'm doing. Let's get to you. Ready? All right, folks. This is what you've been waiting for. This is what you've been waiting for almost 2 weeks for. Here is the round one schedule for the Knights and Sharks. Game one will be Wednesday, April 10th at 7:30 p.m. That game will be locally on NBC Sports California, across the country on NBCSN. I know it's not the Golf Channel. And in Canada, game one will be on Sportsnet. Game two will be back in San Jose on Friday, April 12th at 7:30. That one will also be on NBC Sports California and NBCSN in the United States. In Canada, it shifts over to Sportsnet 360. On Sunday, April 14th, the series shifts to Las Vegas. The game time will be at 7 p.m. on NBC Sports California, NBCSN in the United States, and Sportsnet 360 up in Canada. The same thing will be for Game 4 on Tuesday, April 16th at 7:30 p.m. on NBC Sports California, NBCSN, and Sportsnet 360 in Canada. I'll leave this up here for a bit so that way you guys can get an idea of what's going on here. But basically, Skylar, yes. Damn you, Kayla, for causing Buckeyes allergy. Skylar, it is what it is, bud. Hey, but appreciate you looking out. So this is the schedule. Games 5, of course, 5, 6, and 7 are, of course, if necessary and to be determined, depending on what else is going on in the rest of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Game 5 is in San Jose on Thursday, April 18th, if necessary. Game 6 will be 2 nights later, so that both teams will get an extra day of rest here on Sunday, April 21st. That could potentially, if the series goes that far, that could potentially set up to be an afternoon NBC nationally broadcast game. So be on the lookout for that. And considering that NBC Sports California only put out the first 4 games on the schedule, it doesn't surprise me that they're also waiting, and that would be a huge get for the local stations out here in Northern California, whether it's KNTV Channel 11 in San Jose or KCRA Channel 3 in Sacramento. That would be a huge get for the local TV broadcasters. And of course, Game 7, Thursday, April 23rd in San Jose. That'll be at a to be determined time, most likely either 7 or 7:30 p.m. Either way for those games. This is the first time since the 2014 series that the team we won't mention that San Jose has home ice. No, that's not true. And in fact, that press release that I read is wrong because the Sharks had home ice in 2016 against Nashville in the round two. This is the first time they've had home ice in round one since 2014. So, Skylar Greenberg, hey, bud, I hope you are recovering well. I remember you weren't doing too well, so I'm hoping you're doing all right. He asked in the chat, so Puck, what are you looking forward to in this series against Vegas, and what other series are you looking forward to? Whew. Uh, Hopefully, I'm looking forward to wins. That's for sure. I think it's going to be seeing if they can get past Vegas with San Jose speed, timely net mining, strong defense. I think that's a huge key uh, for them to get them through this game. But the offense has to come up as well. So, as for what other series I'm looking forward to, I'm looking forward to Toronto and Boston. I think that's going to be a good one. I'm looking for at least Carolina to steal one game at home. That would be nice. Uh, Columbus and Tampa. Hey, good luck. Good luck, Columbus. You shot yourselves in the foot, so it's going to be really interesting. Uh, I think, honestly, in the West, I think the West has a little bit more of a matchup, to be quite honest. I think you look at Calgary, Colorado, and a lot of people are expecting maybe Colorado to be the team that can upset people. I don't know. I think they could, but it depends on how early Calgary gets going here. Uh, you look at Dallas and Nashville, that one's going to be crazy. I, that one's going to be a really solid one. Uh, Winnipeg, St. Louis. This one's going to be a really interesting one. Connor Hellebuyck kind of went down a notch in my mind this season, and we all know about the goaltending in St. Louis. But Jordan Binnington has been phenomenal uh, for the Blues in this late stretch where they almost won the Central Division title there. So it should be interesting. Oscar Peterson, Teal Town online before 2 a.m. Oh, if you only knew what it took to get up this morning, because discussing shows and such with AJ after a show, we're very passionate, and it can get to it can get to the point where we forget about time. And let's just say I got home three quarters asleep and at 3 a.m. or at 4 a.m. Excuse me. So uh Aiden DeLow, I really want to win game one like last year when we didn't even show up. I completely agree. Uh, I think game one is huge, and anybody that has tickets to game one, you better come ready and you better come and get loud. Rest your voices now because we're going to need all the support that we can get. So, Aiden also saying Dallas can upset Nashville. I think so. Ben Bishop has to be strong. It's nice to get for them to get Zuccarello back just in time. So it'll be interesting. Um, oh, come on, Skylar. He's asleep right now. He's probably would give me critiques on what I'm doing right now as I speak. So, in case you missed it, right on the screen right now is the round one schedule. Take a look for yourself. And the first four games have times. Games 5, 6, and 7 will be determined at a later date as we get going. Uh, the first four games will be shown on NBC Sports California and NBCSN in the United States. Game one in Canada will be on Sportsnet, while games 2, 3, and 4 will be on Sportsnet 360 up in Canada. And looking at it, sorry about that, folks. Um, Skylar saying the Central Division to me is now not nearly as strong as it was last year. Nashville and Winnipeg don't seem as strong as previous years. I kind of agree with that. Um, I think Nashville and Winnipeg is, you know, I think they took a little bit of a notch goaltending wise. Liney really had that one strong month and kind of faltered after that. So that'll be interesting to see on there. Uh, so we got that going here. By the way, we want to make sure we thank the 14 people who are actually awake for this. Teal Town Live, as we show off the playoff schedule reveal show there. So do us a favor. We're going to have a bunch of content between now and Wednesday. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button as well. Tell all your friends. I know I'm stealing that from Steve Dingle, but whatever. So uh, let's see. I'm going to give the Hangout link to some people right now. So we'll see. So, uh, some more news that came out already this morning. And in case you haven't heard, the Florida Panthers um, have fired Bob Bugner as their head coach after 2 seasons. And last year they almost made the playoffs, or was it 2 seasons? I think it was like 3 seasons actually. They almost made the playoffs last year and kind of fell down this year. And so Bob Bugner is gone in Florida. So that'll be an interesting one. And so let's see here. Yeah, I mean it's sad to see. I think Bob Bugner, if you're watching and you would like to be an assistant coach in the National Hockey League, um, San Jose, just saying. All right. Skylar saying, will you be at games 1 and 2? I believe myself and AJ will both be at game 1. I should be at game 2 as well. So, Aiden Delow, if there's any other team I'd go with, I'd go with the Blues. Blues have been on a crazy hot run lately, so it makes only sense to have uh, to have the Blues as your other opponent or the other favorite. But it's going to be interesting to see. Winnipeg has always played tough in St. Louis. And when you get up into that whiteout, it should be quite interesting for sure. Can we get Bob Bugner to take over the power play from Steve Spy? Probably nothing now, but definitely, definitely will change down the road. So just curious to see if anybody jumps on really quick. Uh, be interesting to see. So, uh, new setup looks good behind you. Thank you very much, Amanda. Kind of playing around a little bit, trying to change it up. Of course, every year I decorate my living room for the playoffs. So that'll be probably coming later today after I get a few hours of sleep, mainly because yeah, it was a long night last night. So uh, so again, to recap one more time, the NHL has released its playoff schedule. Game 1 for Sharks and Golden Knights will be April 10th on a Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Game 2 at San Jose will be Friday, April 12th at 7:30 p.m. The series will shift back to Las Vegas for games 3 and 4. That's Sunday and Tuesday of next week, the 14th and 16th, respectively. Different times there. The if necessary games 5, 6, and 7, those times will be at a come available at a later date, and along with your television location. Check your local listings in your area for that one. right. Skylar Greenberg saying hello to Auntie Niemi's fan club president, Al Martinet. Al, again, great job last night helping us out with getting the live remote going. Um, with Skylar Greenberg, to be fair, I think Niemi had a better season than Jones and you might not be far off on that one. So that's a good question there. So with that, we will I think we'll call it a day here, but the schedule is out, folks. So by all means, do us a favor if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit up tealtownusa.com for all your needs for Sharks coverage. Felix will have a bunch of hot takes coming up, or not hot takes. Felix's hockey takes coming up. That's for sure. So we'll have a playoff preview. We'll be hitting all that. I think AJ is going to try to get Brody to come back on as well. And also, we're talking to the enemy. We are talking to the enemy from Sinbin Hockey in Las Vegas. So that'll be quite an interesting conversation. So we'll be on the lookout for that for sure. So until then, have a great day. The schedule is out. Go plan your lives accordingly. And with that, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real, teal. We'll see you later tonight. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great one.